Hi, this is Lisa D. Adams, your season Maven, and I am at it again, you all. I got my family with me today. I have Pastor Williams and First Lady Tonia Williams, also known as my sister and my brother-in-law. They're coming to share with us their in the midst of it all testimony. Would you please help me and welcome my family? Come on in, family. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
What's up, Lisa?
How you doing?
We're doing great.
Doing great.
Good,
Absolutely.
good. I see y'all with your heads on.
Yes. I'm repping the Bulls right now.
I'm repping. You don't want to see my hair uncombed.
Plus, my hair not combed either.
We're going to delete that out. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, me first. All right, my name is Joseph Williams, as Lisa said previously. I'm her brother-in-law. I pastor St. John Evangelist Church, which is, the greatest thing I've ever done. And that's it. That's who I am.
That's it. That's all.
That'll do it.
So I'm Tonia Williams. I am Joe's wife of 31 years. I am Lisa's middle sister, and I have two wonderful sons, Joseph and Jawan. Joseph, Jawan, and Arthur Jordan. We have two wonderful sons. I am in career development. For many years, I have an MBA with emphasis in HR, and my goal in life is to help others see their visions come to life. And I work with Joe in ministry. That's I would agree with him. That's one of the greatest callings that God could ever given us. Parenting, being here for each other, and ministering and helping others.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, that's a purpose-driven life. When you helping others, and when it's not always about yourself, that's a purpose-driven life. Because I think God wants us to help others. He lifts us up so that we can help lift others up. And we're able to lean on each other, because none of us know all the answers. Where you're strong, I'm weak, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So tell us, in the midst of it all, what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
I go. So when Lisa and I first started talking about this series, it was for me, my mindset was totally different. We knew we were going to talk about, how blessed we were, even in the midst of the pandemic and just things that's been going on. And God has truly continued to keep our family and provide for us. Little did we know that about 3 weeks ago, that we would actually start dealing with COVID-19 in our home. Personally. And this has been an experience. Joe, he started experiencing it first, and he didn't even really acknowledge it to be what it was. He said that he was just feeling tired for a few days. And then even one of his coworkers said, Joe, what's wrong with you? And what
I was more lethargic.
Yeah. And then like 2 or 3 days later, he came down with a fever. And that had him down. I think he had a fever for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And we actually scheduled testing. And it just so happened the day before the testing, he actually started feeling a little bit better. And I started feeling bad. And we went for tests. He was positive. I was negative. But again, the night before was the day I first started experiencing a fever. And while his fever subsided in about 5 days, mine took hold for about 12 days. And so
I had to become the doctor.
Yes.
I diagnosed her.
No comment.
I diagnosed her, I treated her, and now she's better.
And so it was just strange, because so again, we're very blessed, and we've always considered ourselves to be blessed. But it was amazing because in the midst of getting negative news, as we called our family and then put it on Joe, because we didn't want this to be a secret, because people need to see a face on COVID for them to understand that it's real. And we wanted to share with people, this is a real thing. But as people start hearing about, we were in a situation, immediately, here comes the help.
Mm-hmm.
People finding out what you need, what you want. We did not want for anything. The only thing we wanted was for us to get back to normal and be ourselves.
And we're definitely grateful for all of the well wishes. I was overwhelmed on my page with all the people that was actually, expressing their concern and their prayers for us. It was undoubtedly all of them wanted us to get better.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely a place where I can be thankful and grateful that we have people that actually care about us,
Yeah.
Not just family. You guys, we know, Lisa, you guys have come to our rescue. I'm telling you, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for my sons. I'm grateful for
your
sons.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric, man, I don't even know why I'm getting emotional thinking about it, but Eric was there for us.
Man, you're talking about.
Anytime Tonia called him, he was there. And I am grateful for family, friends, in the midst of it all. I'm grateful.
Yeah. I mean, the calls he received was amazing. Calls that people he really hadn't spoken to, but for them to reach out via Facebook, they said it wasn't enough. They needed to call.
They wanted to hear me. They wanted to see us.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing I'm grateful for, is our ability to do our broadcast on Sundays on Facebook Live. Because some people needed to see us, and we were transparent. They were able to see us, and we were able to reassure them that, hey, we're doing great.
Yeah.
And I would just say it like this: my testimony is simple: is that our God is merciful.
Yes.
Because even though I went through it relatively quickly, and I started getting better quickly. I wouldn't say I'm 100%, but I'm like really close. But then I think about all the other people who have experienced much worse than even Tonia has, because Tonia had it much worse than I did. And then some people are in hospitals, some people are in ICU, some people are on oxygen, and then some are even on ventilators.
Yeah.
But we were able to quarantine at home. That's another thing I'm grateful for, that we were able to quarantine together.
Yeah, we weren't alone.
Because it makes it much easier, I believe, that if you have someone, not just to help you do whatever, but to lend you moral and spiritual support.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And so I'm grateful for all of those things.
Yeah.
Amen. What you all are reaping are the seeds that you've sown in so many other people. How often do Joe, you may not be the one to go to the hospital or whatever, but if they need fruit, you're gonna make sure they have the biggest fruit basket or whatever it is that they desire. You're gonna make sure that they get it. And Tonia's always ripping and running for any and everybody. So what you all received was what you have given. Those are the seeds that you have planted. And your harvest is full.
That actually goes along with your platform.
Yeah.
That you're sowing seeds.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
Yes, you're sowing seeds, and we're definitely have reaped beautiful harvest of love from all of the people, even people on my job that either call me or text me.
Yeah.
Pray for the post office, because I really believe the post office is one of those hot spots where, for whatever reason, it's just continued to flow through there. We've had, at least in the last couple of months, since I've been diagnosed, well, I was the fifth one. We had 5 people within my own station. And so I'm grateful, thankful to the Lord for just protecting us and watching over us. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
But he didn't allow for it to be.
And that's my thing. I'm like, God's been so great, merciful to us, because even what we experience is nothing compared to what so many people have experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And you just can't, there are no words to just talk about how grateful we are. And even from the standpoint of, I work from home. If I had to go out, today was my first day back at work, but if I had to go out somewhere and go to work, I wouldn't be working. I couldn't do it. So we're blessed. We really are.
Absolutely.
Family, ministry. Joe will talk about how at one point he had no help. Even when he was feeling down, the boys were able to just immediately jump in and do ministry. That was amazing.
And my mom brought us food for Thanksgiving because we were basically in the house.
Yes.
Of course.
I knew that was going to happen. I had already told Tonia about that one. I was like,
and I thank God for her.
I was like, I already knew that was going to happen.
They have definitely checked on me every day. Even my brother in Houston, every day, checking up on me. My sister, of course. My siblings, they've been checking up on me. So, I mean, we have a lot to be grateful for, thankful for.
And that's another thing, that even before, in the midst of it all, I'm just grateful for my family, because my family is my family. There are no lines of delineation where Joe start and Tonia start and stop. I just love the fact that I have this family, this montage of family. You know what I'm saying? That we just...
And I would just say this, Lisa, you are doing one heck of a job.
Yes.
I'm serious. You are inspiration. I don't know if you know it, but you are full steam ahead. You're showing us what it looks like to go after it.
Yes.
And you put your mind to this years ago, and you have accomplished so much. So I'm just grateful for you. Me and Lisa, we've always been cool, and we kind of like had this. What's Martin?
It's a love hate. It's a love hate. Call it what it is. It's a love hate.
What's the other lady name? Martin and who? What's the other girl name?
Pamela.
No, Pam. Martin and Pam.
That's the kind of relationship me and Lisa have.
That's a good one.
But it's all in love, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little better comedian than she is, so I get the best of her on most occasions.
Don't start. Please don't start. We don't know where this is going.
All right.
Show love.
Right.
I want them to continue to see my nice behavior.
That's, you all nice now. You mushy now.
Yeah, let them see the nice part. Let them see the nice part.
But we love you. We appreciate you. And we thank God for you allowing us to even participate on your platform, because God is doing great things through you. So thank you for including us.
I'm not at a greater supporter as a pastor than you. I'm serious.
Let me wipe your eyes, Lisa.
No, they're not dripping today.
I'm telling you.
They're not sweating. My eyes are not sweating today.
I would say you with Marie have been my biggest supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just happen to be my sisters, so I appreciate it. Thankful for a lot. Hey, looking. I've learned a long time ago not to talk about next year.
We gotta live in the present.
Right, next year is going to take care of itself, but I'm looking forward to all the great things that God has in store for even the rest of 2020. I know 2020 gets a bad rap. Everyone is talking about how bad 2020 is, but going through what I've experienced all year, the fact that our church is still vibrant and strong, and we haven't been there since March. Yeah, it's still vibrant and strong. The fact
I look at it like this. It's now a reality. So we have to be careful what we say. One of the things that you often talked about was ministry outside of the doors. When I talk to youth, I brought them outside. I made them plant seeds outside. So
That's
it's
right.
outside the door. It may not be your ideal situation, but you're doing ministry outside the door. You're reaching multiple people that you would not reach if you was
Absolutely.
expecting them to come in the sanctuary. Sometimes we have to meet people where they are. And
That's right.
social media is where they like to hang out in all day.
And you have to adjust, and you have to adapt to all of these situations. But I think God gets the glory.
Mhm.
My first message was about us having faith and staying focused, because our faith was going to be tested in 2020. And sure enough, we've had to deal with some stuff where we had to be completely trusting of the Lord.
Yes.
And we you have to actually believe what you say you believe, and this year is one of those years. And now, as most people say, 2020 is something else. I just say it's a blessing to me now, because of what I've had to endure and what I've experienced and what I've come through.
And
it has
another thing
multiple characteristics. It's
It
a
does.
learning lesson. It teaches patience.
And 2020, when we talk about 2020 being a horrific year for the country, 2020 is no different from any other year if you talk to different families. Different families in different years have experienced a lot of calamity, a lot of heartache, a lot of death, and we didn't even know anything about it. So it just so happens that this is a worldwide thing, and that we're all susceptible to it, except by the grace of God, right?
That's it.
And what we need to do more is being prayer for not just ourselves, but for others as well. So this has been a blessed year for me.
Yeah. And then another blessing I thought about was the fact that Joe and I, we actually live in the same building with our senior citizen parents. But they did not test, they tested negative for COVID. And the period of time that they waited before being tested was the right amount of time that we can actually accept that as a true diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing too.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, you all have witnessed another episode of In the Midst of It All. Grateful with Lisa D. out of Chelsea, so it made it. And my special guest, Pastor Joseph Williams of St. John Evangelist Missionary Baptist Church, and First Lady Tonia Williams. Look, if you have a testimony that you would like to share with us, that information going to be right there at the top. All you have to do is reach out to me, and you too can be my special guest. Until then, keep smiling. Keep sowing seeds of greatness. Say something good about others. Say something good about yourself. Continue to love until we meet again. This is Lisa D. Adams, your seed sowing nugget.
Peace.
See y'all.